What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Off Topic. Today we're with Carlos, co-owner and co-founder of Opinionated Media. Always co-hosting, looking good, looking nice. It's early.
I don't know. My barber, I ain't get on my barber this week. He said, "Hey, we got to reschedule, bro. There's too much ice on the road." I was like, "Damn, all right." For the Dallas trip,
looking good. And then we got Cam, 2 Cams on the pod. You know what I mean? And then we got Peyton again.
Hello.
A second occurrence on here, but a lot's changed for him. And Cam is co-host, and we're excited to catch up with him and just chop it up with him.
Don't be litty.
So
I think you're the first non-intermediate people that we have that are reoccurring.
Oh, I'll take it.
CJ,
There you go.
I think CJ was the first one that's has been on multiple times, but he's with us all the time.
Yeah.
But I think you're from guest wise, I think you're the first
Well,
one.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. It means a lot.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But thank y'all for taking time out your days. I know it's early morning and it means a lot.
Yeah, can I say something about that real quick? Because I don't know, Cam does this too with our podcast. I don't know why everybody wants to be a Marine and wake up at 5 a.m. to record. It's the beauty about this job. You get to pick when you record. Why do we choose to wake up at the ass crack of dawn? What are we doing?
Quick little thing. Early bird gets the worm, my friend. You get up early.
The same worm is there at midday.
To win the day, you got to win the afternoon. To win the afternoon, you got to win the morning. So why not just start?
All right. I feel like half a human in the
Yeah,
morning.
Well, then you just suck because us three, we're all wired. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
I'll get there.
Beanie boy. Yeah, just catch up.
All right. It's too
Oh
early.
man! But just give us a little backstory about you. We've had him. Our audience knows him.
Yeah.
But just get a little backstory about you.
Gotcha. So fun fact: the first time when he was on with y'all, I was there. I was in the back
You
just
were
chilling.
there.
I
Yeah,
was
you
just
were.
You were there.
I was just chilling.
Both
Catching the vibe, but
times you were there, right? Because when you came to shoot the intro,
Yep.
you were there as well, right?
Jordan was there.
Jordan was there. Yeah.
yep.
And then you, for some, I forgot why, but y'all started geeking on the couch when he was.
Oh
shooting
yeah,
it.
what was it?
I forgot what
That
happened.
was so funny. I forgot about that too. Damn, we were. What is it? Huh? Yeah, it was something the flash was. It was funny.
There's something happened,
That
a
shit was
flash went off
hilarious.
or something. Only us caught it. And
Oh
then,
yeah, that shit was funny. But all right, so my name's Cam as well. Cam squared, great name, a lot better than Peyton. Anyway, so
All right.
the quick origin story. So me and Peyton met in junior college playing basketball. Roommates, teammates, quickly became best of friends. Junior college ends. I continued to play, continued my athletic career. He was done with that shit.
Out of there.
Outie. So that's when he started it. And then I was always just big support for him. Just bro, go for it. Chase your dreams. So he caught a lot of heat from, not his family. His family always had his back, but just coaches and trainers and stuff. Dude, you're 6'7", you're a fantastic athlete. Why would you stop? Da, 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 da. He was this is my passion. This is my dream. Basketball was an ends to a mean. And I kind of hit that end. So he took a leap of faith, said that backwards.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Means to
Yeah,
an end.
it's
Yeah, said
all right.
backwards.
It happens early in the morning. See what happens? If it was 3 p.m., you would have got it. But
No, okay. So he took a leap of faith. He dips and he starts the You Should Know podcast. And it was a very different, and y'all know because y'all had him on originally, what the vision was and whatnot. And he had athletes, a couple NBA players, some celebrities, stuff like that on there. And it was kind of an interview-based podcast.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was in Arkansas, that's where I went second school to play basketball. And we're just talking every day. He's like, hey, da-da-da, I'm thinking about getting this person on. I'm like, oh, that's sick. You got it. Da-da-da. Just not involved in it at all, just 100% support. Mm-hmm. So then when that time ended, when I was done with sports now, he was full-blown going, fully invested. Everything was going good. And then he actually came up to Arkansas just to hang out. It was a little 4-day trip. And he was so the reason I still remember this, the reason he was so nervous to come, he was dude, I just don't want to miss an upload date. And I was bro, just bring all your shit. I was just bring your cameras. We can just set it up in my apartment. You can just do whatever from here. And he was I don't know, because he's anxious and stuff. So, but he came and brought him. And then when we were there, it was supposed to just be him shooting his couple clips, posting on TikTok and stuff like that. And he was bro, just get in with me. And for whatever reason, because I can talk to anybody. Hell, first time we all met back in Austin, we were just chopping it up it was nothing. We'd known each other. And as soon as I got in front of the camera, I was oh, shit. This is a different life.
Yeah.
And so then that TikTok, we actually ended up it did really, really well. We were just telling stories of like we just randomly thought about a story to tell from when we were in JUCO, simply because we got back in the same like room together and we were just hanging out for a couple days, and that shit went crazy. And then we actually posted twice from that little 4-day trip, and they both went like super viral and went really good. Long story short, I ended my stuff, and then he was like, hey, you can come back if you want, whatever, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, I'll try to. And then it just like, I just kept coming more and more. And then he was like, bro, like, do you want to be like, he's like, you keep coming whatever you want, but like, you can be on as much as you want. And then that was just like kind of how it formed. And I just took on the actual like co-host position, and shit was dope.
It became to a thing too. It was like our chemistry was too good. The podcasts are way too good, and then the fans started to get invested into him too. So like, there's like in our audience, there's like a whole co-host Cam like fan base. So if he were to not be on an episode, like, I'm very nervous for what the views would do and like how people would like rebel against me. So it just became a thing. Like, he kind of had to keep coming.
And that's nothing in it, again, because he had already had his, like, he had already tasted success before me. But it's just like, even if it wasn't me, just when there's two people, and I'm sure y'all could both like attest to it. If it was just Carlos behind the mic, just Cam behind, like, it's just a different vibe as opposed to being able to flow with one of your friends, with another creator, and like just
it's a lot harder.
Yeah, like it's just weird, and that's why I always tell him, like, bro, it could have been like, he's fantastic, I'm decent, but like together it's just like chemistry is just crazy, especially because we're like deeply rooted before this was even a big thing.
Right.
So, quick backstory, wasn't too quick, but anyway.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from here. So
From Dallas? Okay.
From Dallas. He ended up coming to Dallas. He's from y'all's neck of the woods, obviously. But yeah, I'm from here. So
512.
512.
Yeah.
Like super local.
God.
Like Henriksen.
We just jumped you.
Yeah.
I'm like 214.
Did you start at Arkansas?
Did I start? No. So no, did not. Well, wait.
You played?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant. My dumb ass. I thought you meant like started life there. I was like, no. I was like, I just. Yeah. No. So I went to the state of Arkansas. I played at Arkansas Tech. Didn't play at University of Arkansas. Played at Arkansas Tech. No, definitely started there. Had a great time there. I thought you meant like you start life in Arkansas. I was like, oh, I just said that. But no, it was good. It was fun. It was good.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
toot your horn a little bit. You were the number 1 3-point shooter in college basketball for a while.
What level is Arkansas Tech?
Division II.
Okay,
so it's Division II, but it's the third largest university in the state. Like there's like
behind like Arkansas State probably.
It was Arkansas State, and then that. So we were bigger than Pine Bluff, which was D1. We were bigger than UCA, which is D1. So it was a good school. It was big. But yeah, basketball was good. He was the grind fest, like throwing bows and shit, and I was just like, I'm gonna just be ready for this shot. And, but both of us with our height, like, it's we did what we could. But yeah, at one point during my junior season, I was through 10 games of the season, with a minimum of 2 3-pointers each game. I had like the highest 3-point percentage throughout the entire nation in all levels, like divisions and shit. It was pretty cool. I have a little clip on my phone.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
It was
Boost yourself up, buddy. Yeah.
It was all right.
What league are you on?
Great American Conference.
Yeah.
It used to be Gulf South, something like that. Back in like 2008, it switched to the Great American Conference. So yeah,
Cool.
it was dope. It was
because
fun.
played D2 ball.
I played at Fort Lewis, but Fort Lewis is a good basketball school.
Yeah.
So
that's why, like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
It's dope.
cool.
It's awesome.
Quick side question: who's better out of y'all two? Like, if y'all play,
Bro,
We get this question all the time.
So we say this we get this all the time. Anytime we go on TikTok live.
Be
anything,
honest.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Both in our primes, it would be a fantastic battle. Because again, so everyone knows in sports, like, you have different roles and shit. So he was super like Draymond Green, and for everyone that's like, ooh, Draymond sucks, like, you don't know basketball if you think Draymond sucks. Like, he's fantastic. He's like the Draymond Green. Like, he'll do anything you ask. He'll run through a brick wall. He'll grab rebounds, do all that shit. And I was just more like
He was a skill.
finesse,
player.
skill
Yeah.
guy. Like, I'm going to hit shots. I'm going to get to my spots, make my moves, score the ball. And like, he was just like, I'm going to do everything. So
We should have done that more when we were both playing. We should have played one-on-one more.
we should have, and just had like files of footage.
Yeah.
But no, we say that all the time. We tease it on Patreon coming up soon. We're going to have like a field day. Just a whole day that we're going to do, like, we're going to do a 40-yard dash. We're going to play one-on-one. We're going to do a bench press. Like, we're just going to do all these little physical things and just, like, tally up who wins and shit.
Oh, yeah,
because
that'd be fire.
everybody's asking for that. So
cool.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, we still got a video I got to do with you.
Which one?
When you made that baseball video.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
about
One
that.
thing I've always told myself, I truly believe a baseball player at that level could come onto a basketball court and do better than a basketball player could walk out and try to hit like a 94 mile like fastball.
Him and I literally had this conversation yesterday. I said you could take a baseball player and put him in any sport and he'll do fine, but you can't take any other player from another sport and put him on a baseball field. They wouldn't do fine.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like,
Guess we'll have to see.
Because like
it's so dip. Like, imagine something flying at you. Like,
Oh no,
and
I
you
would
gotta go.
panic. Oh, are you talking about just because baseball? There's a lot of roles, right? I could be in the left center wing,
but you're eventually
catch
left center.
catch a thing up there like that.
But eventually, so look, that you might be chilling out there, just like get lucky. You don't get there's nothing comes your way, but like you're eventually gonna get to that plate, and you're gonna look sad, like straight up.
But even then, it's like depending on like what league you're in. If you're in the MLB and you catch a ball in the outfield, y'all don't realize how high that ball is.
Oh yeah,
it's insane. Like no, it ain't no routine. Just,
and you with your depth perception, and
No, I have a horrible depth
you'd
perception.
lose it. You'd probably fall over yourself.
because
you'd
also
trip.
when the ball's coming down, it's moving like that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, I just close my eyes and just
It'd be small from Sandlot.
Yeah, for real. Man.
Okay, the reason I might have that perspective is because I've never attempted to hit a baseball in my life.
Dude, it was
not
Like
easy.
as a
the
kid.
best times as a kid was either going. I had like this big like draining ditch behind my backyard in our neighborhood. I don't even know why the hell it's like an apocalyptic thing. I don't know, but there's just this huge like piece of grass, and we'd always go back there with a bat and like tennis balls and just launch them shits and just wham like that. It was so fun. I never played like sanctioned baseball, but I was a street warrior, so it was fun.
Well, tell us a little bit about how the journey's been for y'all. Because I mean, when we had you on, literally right when we had you on, and right after, just
for
life
real,
was just like that.
Yeah.
How's it just been?
I don't even know. Like we haven't had time to even like really.
That dude, it's crazy you said that because I was kind of like coming into today, I was like, oh, of course, that'll be one of the questions, like, just how's everything picked up, and I was just like on the drive, I was like, what the hell? I was like,
Yeah, we've been going for about 50 weeks straight of TikToks of podcast, and then now we've added Patreon, and then we have different meetings every week, and we're just really trying to build it, and like not just like because you can get hot, right? And like go viral for a little bit, but to try to like really gain an audience and try to like make a long-term thing out of it. And then we got a live show with Rory and Mal, and it's just so much is happening. We haven't had time to like really sit with it and like realize what we're doing.
We really haven't, because like in order for that to happen, we would legit probably have to like pre-record like 3 weeks of stuff, and no one wants to do that. Like you want genuine in the moment, like week by week stuff. So like
Especially what we're doing, because it's like.
But we record on the weekends. We're uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're editing throughout the whole week. He's at his spot. I'm at my spot. We meet when we have to. It's like, it's just like, it literally feels like there's no like pause button, which I mean, it's nothing to like complain about.
Oh, no,
It's
we
fun.
love it.
Like we love it,
Yeah.
but it's just like, damn, because I mean, it's not crazy you asked that. I figured out like that'd be a question, but I was literally thinking about it on the drive up here. I was like, dude, I don't even know how to like answer that. Like,
And it's a little bit harder for you because you also have a full-time job as well. So
Hey,
I
real-
know live, and you recently got married, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so I know you got a full.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Must be nice to have love. Ooh, I don't go to bed alone.
Ooh, no more sweaty, devastated loneliness. Ooh. No, yeah, it's fun. She's awesome.
Shout out to Liz.
So you got
Shout
a
out, Mama.
full plate in front of you.
Yeah, big old plate. I'm eating good, but no, dude, the plate's gonna get halved soon. Because we are like, as he said, we've grown and got to a point where I'm pretty much here in, give or take, 4 months. Did my math right? Yeah, 4 months. I'll be done with that, and this will be full time. So that'll be.
Nice. You excited for that?
Oh hell yeah! It's
gonna be
like
so fun.
fantastic. Like, and it's just the fact that even that much more like manpower and like hours that we can put into it together, like only more good can come out of it.
Yeah,
Like we already have our baseline, but now the fact that we could have more time together, literally the simplest of things. That's the beauty of our like podcast is like the more time we just spend in each other's vicinity is like the more opportunity that shit can pop up, and boom, there's a story that we can talk about. Boom, there's something that happened to us. So it's like, even that, the smallest of thing that we can just be around each other more, can produce more content, and like it'll just be fantastic. So I'm really excited for that.
What was cool too is I know. So when we had you on, Mark called you, and then that was when you went to go shoot the Squid Game video, and then you dunked and broke the backboard. And just take us through like when that happened. Were you immediately like, oh, I'm gonna like record this and like tell the world like what happened? And then when it blew up, like, because I feel like that was kind of like really what kind of, at least from like my perspective, it's like, well, that's really what like just got you like super hot, and then you just were super consistent, and then it was just
that definitely like flipped a switch like unintentionally. But like that whole day was crazy because I was planning on shooting with y'all, and it was going great, and I was excited, and then out of nowhere Mark calls, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't really happen, and then he says, come be in the video. I was like, that's even crazier because I've never been in an RDCworld video, even though we've been friends for a long time. Haven't been in another one since. So, Mark,
I appreciate it.
I would love to be in another one. But I just drive down to the gym, and he's like, just be an extra, and we just need you to dunk on this woman. And I said, I can do that. I couldn't do it. So I go up and I dunk, and just everything shatters. And then I realized like I just ruined an RDCworld video. Like this is real bad, and it's in a LA Fitness, Lifetime Fitness. I was like, they're gonna have to pay for this. I hope they don't expect me to pay for this because I can't. Like I have to take out a loan. Like I can't afford this. And so I didn't even realize like I was gonna make a video out of that or anything until I texted Af, which is their videographer and editor. He's a great dude. I texted Af. I was like, hey, do you have that dunking clip? And he was like, yeah, bro, you want me to send it to you? And I was like, yeah. And so he sent it to me, and it was great. And I was like, oh, this is amazing footage. Like, I need to do something with it. And so then I texted Mark, and I was like, is it okay if I make a TikTok out of this? And he was like, and he's very supportive. Like, anything with content, he's for it. And he's like, yeah, go for it. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do a story time out of this. I'm going to post it everywhere. And it did really well. And then I was like, okay, this is kind of my lane now, is to do story times. And then from there, it just kind of built. But no, it was never like my intention. Like when it was just kind of like when I got home and decompressed and the sweats went away is when I was like, I'm going to post about this.
He's driving up there. He's like, how can I ruin this video?
Did they end up paying for the...
Oh, no. And I don't think they did pay, but they got banned from that gym.
Yeah, they got banned. Like,
so they tried to go up there recently and film another video, and they were like, no, y'all can't film here anymore. Yeah. And they're like, why? And they're like, that backboard. And apparently in that gym, I don't know, I haven't been back to that gym, but they like haven't fixed it, and they just put like a pickleball thing there now. So I've left my mark on that gym.
It's fantastic.
So sorry to RDC. Hopefully I found another gym to record in.
Or another extra. You know, I don't know. There's a guy that won't miss a dunk, same height, but and token white guy. It's all right. Just Mark, you know who to hit up. Anyway.
How has he been? Has he a big inspiration for you, or does he mentor y'all at all or anything?
He's great. He actually, I introduced him to Cam for Cam's bachelor party. I surprised him with RDCworld. It was great.
Yeah,
it was a really fun night. And yeah, Mark is obviously one of my biggest inspirations. He's like family to me now. So and I'm still a huge fan. Like when I sit and think about it, it's still crazy. But yeah, business deals, dude, I'll call him. We'll get on a 3-way call and he'll help us out. And he's completely honest. Like there was a deal. I don't know if I should say too much, but there was a deal, and in the back of my mind, I was like, I should text Mark about this before I make a decision or like respond to this big company. I didn't talk to Mark, and so it went real bad for us. Like we didn't get anything out of it. And I sent Mark the screenshots after, and he sent me like a 1-minute voice memo. He was like, nah, dog, that wasn't it. You shouldn't have done that. That's bad. That's real bad right there. And so he's just honest with me, and it's all out of love, and he cares, and he'll help me out with anything if we ever ask for anything. And he loves Cam now.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's like, and this is kind of like someone that's super good in any profession. It's like a rapper or a celebrity like Mark or an athlete. Like you outside looking in, you know them for what they're good at. But like when you sit there and talk to him, it's like, dude, he is like a savant when it comes to
genius.
And everyone just knows him from the funny, Anime House videos and all that stuff. But it's like, dude, he knows his shit like X's and O's down to the T, and that's like what he's really helping kind of like bring us up to pace is just because he is the industry. Like he knows exactly what in and out, what comes in, what goes out, how to do it, how to do this, what you should say to this, how do you respond to that, how do you counter that, and like that's something that obviously we never had until we kept growing and then opportunities were presenting themselves. And he always would like step in, would never complain about it. Just literally we called him like
randomly
2 weeks ago. We were on the phone with him for like 10 minutes and he's just helping, like just fantastic guy. He just knows all his shit. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
And he's like a genuine, outside of business, just like a genuine nice dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, cause for New Year's, I was with them in Austin and there's huge content creators around, like people I'm fans of. And I was in the same room with them because of Mark, and Mark took me around to every single one of them. I was like, this is Peyton, he does this, whatever. And so he's helping us build connections, and like he genuinely doesn't have to do that. Yeah. But I'm glad he does.
Yeah, bro. Mark's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Mark.
Fantastic.
That's dope. When y'all got to Dallas, you were on a different floor, and then you told a story about all that, and now you're on the new floor. Yeah. When you first got there, did you envision like this is how it's gonna go, or you just were like, I'm taking a leap of faith and here we go?
I know one of the biggest reasons I moved to Dallas because I wanted to be around Cam and Liv and all of our friends. Yeah, you knew that. Shut up. But yeah, I knew I wanted to be around them just for friendship because they're my only friends. I'm like, you know what I mean? And I was trying to get a office space for the podcast and everything, and we knew some people, and so it was kind of already established. I didn't kind of just move out here with like no plans, but I moved really out here for them, and it kind of all worked out. And now we're in business together.
It was dope. Yeah,
we're not tired of each other yet.
Yeah, I was about to say it would have been tough doing the podcast through damn FaceTime every week and stuff like that.
Awful.
Yeah, because
put a box in here and then me cuts to this. No, that would have sucked.
When we first talked about doing it, we already knew off a rip that like Skype or Discord or any of that, that's not what we want to do. Because he was in college when because I talked about it 2016. I was like, that's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. But that's his freshman year of college, so he has I guess 3 other more years. And we're like, well, we're just going to have to wait till you get back because we don't want to do the Skype. We don't want to do the Discord, all that. Just not that there's anything wrong with it. That's just not what we wanted to do.
And I feel like when you start like that and then you go to in person and then you go to that, like you're kind of like getting it done by any means necessary. But there's something about just that consistent in-person interaction.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's like a relationship for real. Not in a weird way, but it's like it's a lot easier if you have a foundation built and like you're solid with each other, and then long distance ends up having to be a thing you have to work through. But like to start long distance, I mean, who wants to do who wants to start a relationship long distance and you can't see? So I mean, it's the same thing. No, I completely forget it. The one like I said earlier, the one weekend he came up and bought all his stuff, like, dude, it was 4 days, and just the fact that we were around each other was like juices were flying, brain power was like connected, and it like so many ideas and stuff. And we were like, oh, we could do this and put that in the notes, and like from 4 days. And the whole time we were away from each other, it's like I was always supporting, he was always making the stuff. It was still good, but it's like, bro, it's definitely better in person. So
you can also just read like body language and emotion like way better than you can like on a
it's easy to be like, it's a good idea. Like every time we're like, sounds good. But like you'd be like, sounds good.
A big part of our podcast is physical comedy too. Like we'll be like, we just get up and like wrestle in the middle of our podcast, or we do food challenges. Like I spit Vegemite on him.
No, that's disgusting.
We'll do anything. Like it's a lot of physical comedy.
So ruined the rug.
No, we need to go get that fixed.
Just get it clean.
Did y'all smell the Vegemite? Okay, be honest. When y'all came, y'all didn't smell it?
It smelled
actually,
no,
I'm not
smelled good.
She actually said it smelled good in there.
Oh, wow.
I swear.
No,
not the rug. But like inside the studio.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like inside the studio.
What does that smell like?
Yeah,
okay, well that would be Febreze. I thought he said he smelled the Vegemite and it smelled good. I was about to say, prison. You need to be under the set. Like there's the prison, then there's you under it. If y'all would have opened that Vegemite, oh my god, dude,
Is that stuff in that green box?
No, it's the stuff in it's like a glass, yellow jar.
Shelf.
It was right by the sock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's native to like Australia, and apparently they get a piece of toast, light butter over the toast, and then put that on. It's a yeast extract.
Yeah. Okay.
First off, hell no, right there.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
They put that on it, and dude, I just don't know how. Like, how do you eat that on a daily? Like, as a nation, like everyone eats that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so bad. Thank God y'all didn't smell it. That was outside of me eating the world's spiciest chip thing. The Vegemite was definitely the second worst.
You still haven't let that go.
Because that.
It's been like that. What was that? Week 13. We're about to hit week 50.
Yeah.
And every time we do something, it's like you made me eat the spiciest chip.
Because he did. He lied to me. We both, when the world's hottest chip challenge was going around, so he goes and gets them. I'm driving from work to the pod to shoot. He's like, all right, da-da-da-da. He's surprised. I don't even know it. He surprises me, hands me the box. Perfect, too. Like, sleight of hand. I'm like, oh, I get to choose. I'm like, nothing could be phony. He had his box, like, marked. And anyway, he had a blue, just like a regular tortilla chip in his. And I had the world's hottest chip.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'd eat it, and I was like, and Peyton's just like this. And I was like, something's not right. I was like, eat more of it. Mine's kicking in. He's just like, and I'm like, yo, oh my God. And then it was awful. Like, that was tragically bad. Like, we had to cut the camera, and I was sitting here like,
yeah, no. It was the point, like, I was
horrible.
laughing my ass off, but then I got a little concerned because he was not laughing. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
and we cut like 10 minutes out of that, too, because it was about 30 minutes of just silence and pain.
Like, it was bad, bro. It was so bad.
Man.
Oh, it was bad.
So earlier you mentioned the Rory and Mal. Like, we were talking to you yesterday because we visited the studio, and you said you were watching, like, you watched them religiously, and
Yes.
you got to be on the show.
Yeah.
How did that even, like, did they hit y'all up, or like how did it even go about?
So there's a thing they were doing. So originally when they announced the tour, it was like 7 or 6 months before the actual tour started. And so just as a fan, I bought like a $50 ticket because I was like, I'm just going to go sit in the stands like it's a football game, sit in the audience and just enjoy my favorite podcast. Because I do like listen to them every single week. And even in college when they were on the Joe Budden podcast, you would hear that nonstop. And so then they started to do a thing where they would post on their Instagram per city, be like, hey, in the comments, tag your favorite local podcast and we'll have them as an opener. And so we knew, because Dallas was at like the end of the tour, so we were kind of like knowing that when they get to the Dallas show, we got to put in our Discord, get all our fans or whatever. And we were kind of confident that would happen. And so, but the show was like on a...
Dude, the show's on a Saturday.
Yeah. They posted that Thursday, right?
The poll was on like Wednesday that they first posted it, something like that. And then, so just like literally, honestly, more than I thought, to be honest. Like, because we told our Discord, and at the time, like our Discord's quite large now, but at the time it wasn't like, it was big, but it wasn't what it is now. So I was like
1,500 people.
It was probably like 1,500 at the time. And so we're like, make sure you go at us, comment us, everything, interact with that. And we'll see what happens. So after like the first couple hours, like we looked at it and there was like a couple hundred for us and like no one else was even mentioned. And we were like, oh, we got in the bag.
Yeah, we're like, we're lit.
And then, so we're just chilling. And then we randomly like check it later that night. And there was this other podcast or something, like a Dallas-based one. And they had like took the lead or something. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, who is this? I was like, what is it? I was like, what is happening? And then, so at that point, but we'd already told like our fans in the Discord and stuff. And then they just came through, and a lot of people that weren't in the Discord, just like random people that watch it, they were like, oh, they're from Dallas at You Should Know Podcast. Boom, sent it. So we ended up winning the poll. So, and this is the crazy part, because we caught a lot of heat from our like friends and family. They're like, how the hell could you be on something like that big and open up for them and like not tell us? Like, we would have been there in a heartbeat. Yeah. Dude, the show was at Saturday at like 5 p.m. It ended up getting pushed to like 7, but like it was at 5 p.m. We did not get like confirmation that we had won and that we're gonna be on until Thursday at like 10:30 at night.
No, bro, I got DM from New Rory Mal Instagram at midnight.
Yeah, like,
and they're like, hey, y'all won the poll. Can y'all do the live show? And I was like, oh hell yeah! And so I got on the phone with Julian, which is like their guy.
Shout out Julian.
Julian's a great guy. Got on the phone with Julian. He's like, yeah, man. So like, just quick, like 30 minutes up there, man. And
he's like, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, make sure just to not really don't post it until we post it. Yeah. And I was like, so we can't let our fans know or anything. Yeah. And so we didn't get to even tell our fans until the day before, and tickets were already sold out.
And so like they'd already been sold out. So they gave us, like, they allowed us to bring a couple people, but it's like, everyone's like, what the hell? Like, I would have been there in a heartbeat. And it was like, dude, this is their thing. We didn't get told until essentially Friday morning, early Friday morning. The show's the next day, and it's already sold out. Like, I don't know I don't know who you think I am pulling strings, but I was like, this is not happening. But it was dope. After that, like we went to the studio on Friday and so because this is our first live show, and it was in front of like a couple of hundred people, like
that don't know us
on a 24-hour notice. So we're like, damn, like we're sitting in the little Google Doc. We're like, because I was at my house, he was at his. We're just typing stuff up. Like, we could do this, we could say this. And then we get there Friday, a couple rehearsal runs. I'm sitting there timing it. I'm like, all right, go. What's up, everybody? We're just doing a whole walkthrough.
We practiced our walk-in and everything.
Practice, just like right there in front of nobody. But we were like, that's going to be a little sea of people. And we got it down, and then we went out there, and we got there, we met everybody, we were chopping it up with them, and then they had to do their little
they did a meet and greet before.
Meet and greet for, what's the word? Like, not GA, not general
VIP?
admission. VIP tickets. Yeah. Like, they had VIP tickets that they sold, and like people got to come meet and greet. So they gave us our green room, we're just chilling and shit. And we were like, we had a moment where it like kicked in, and we were just like, yo, we're really here right now. Like, this is insane. Like, this is Rory and Mal, and we're opening up for them. Like,
yeah,
what is happening?
It really hit whenever we were in our green room. And so our green room was like a little small little room. It was like one couch and a chair. We're still thankful for it. And it had a refrigerator.
Yeah.
I like the refrigerator. Yeah. And then there was a bathroom that connected our green room and Rory and Mal's green room. So I just like kind of looked over there, and I just see Mal over there on his phone and Rory, and I'm like, that's them over there. All right. And they're just chilling. And then we just talked to Julian for a while. He got us some drinks because I needed it. Like, I almost got in a car wreck on the way there just based off anxiety. Like, I was just shaking. And Rory and Mal come out. We meet them in the hallway, and they're super cool dudes. And they're like, yeah, the people in the audience keep telling us about y'all. Like, y'all pretty big. And we were like, they're telling y'all about us.
Yeah.
And
that was the sick part, because they were in like Charlotte like the week before or something like that, and they're like, yeah, like that opening podcast, like it was cool, they did a good job, but it was kind of just like no one really knew them, but they'd won the poll, so we honored it and stuff like that. And he was like, we got a lot of fans in the VIP line saying they've watched y'all's shit and that it's funny and everything. And we had just like 2 weeks before, we had just eclipsed 1 million on TikTok.
Oh yeah, that is right.
And like, so Julian, so fast forward like another hour, we ended up going out, and Julian like gave us the shout out, and like as we were walking out, he was like, they just got over 1 million followers on TikTok, and if y'all don't know anything, like on any social media platform, like that's a huge milestone, give it up. And like we came out to some damn
Back Outside Boys.
People were clapping and like cheering. I was like,
we thought we were gonna like get like
we thought it was gonna
silent,
be like cricket. And we came out, there was a couple people standing. I was like,
what the hell is going on? I was like, what? The thing is like I didn't even know we came out to music until we watched the video.
I swear bro.
I was like, we came out to music? Because I just went blank.
But I knew, like I went blank too. But I was like, I remember like jigging and hitting something like on the way up. I was like, it couldn't have been nothing. It couldn't have been silence. That's some lunatic activity. And then when we rewatched everything, I was like, holy shit, I didn't even hear that song. But no, it was awesome. And then thank God for the lights pointing at you, because
you can't see a damn
like
thing.
You can see pretty much the first like 3 rows.
Yeah.
And each one of those had probably 20, 30 people, but then like all the rows behind them,
shadows.
So I was like, we just had to interact with like 80 to 90. Whoever the hell else was back there, I was like, I hope you like it too. But I was like,
when I was trying to like engage with a joke, and I wanted to get like the other people in the audience, I was like, I don't know who's out there, but y'all laugh too, thank you. And so it was really cool. And then when we got off, they like really gave us like a big like ovation. So it was dope.
It was sick.
As soon as we got off stage, there was I don't know who she was. There was a woman in the backstage area, lovely woman. If you're watching this, thank you for being you. And she was like, oh, that story was so funny. Y'all did so great. And we were like, oh, people really liked it. Me and Cam gave a big old embrace, hug, and we got real hype. And
then the craziest part, quick story on that. So the craziest part, they end up, for the Dallas show, bringing B. Simone out. And Megan, yes. B. Simone and Megan, bring them out. B. Simone's huge, wild now. Everybody knows B. Simone. Everyone's screaming and stuff. So at this point, we had already went back to the green room, got another drink, and then we went around the back, and we were just sitting down with our few, like my wife, our friend Ashlyn, stuff like that, our friends that were allowed to come. So now we're just enjoying it. Like, we already did our thing. We did good, fantastic. Now we can just sit back and enjoy it. So then B. Simone comes out, fantastic show. The whole thing was hilarious. And at the end, so we go back to the green room, and because like they were waiting a long line. Everyone was trying to get pictures with them, Rory Mal and everything. So we come back, and we were just trying to say, because we already had our pictures with Rory and stuff and Julian and everybody. So we were trying to just like say what's up to B. Simone. Like, you know, da-da-da. So we ended up having to like cut the line, not in like a dick way, but like, it was just like, dude, we're literally going to be here for a couple hours. So we just cut the line. And then right when we like say what's up to her, she's like, wait. And she did a nasty point.
A nasty point.
We have a picture instead of like this. She was like, wait.
Yeah.
Like her point was good. But she was like,
Oh man.
Helen Keller. And it was just great because like that was one of the videos that put out months ago.
And she remembered.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
Or
she
it came
remembered
back
it
up on
or
her
came back
page.
something. And it was just crazy to think like B. Simone, someone who's literally like actress, model, wilding out, everything.
Entrepreneur, like she
entrepreneur, own business, like 6 million on Instagram and all that shit. And she was like, oh, I love that video. It was so funny. Y'all shit is so funny. Da-da. So then we ended up taking our picture with her and Megan, and we were like, all right, let's dip. And then the way the like pictures were set up, basically everyone was filing from like Rory Mal up the stage to B. Simone and Megan. And then due to us taking that one picture, they thought like, they're like, hey, do you mind if we can get a picture with you too? And we were like, oh, sure, of course. We thought it was like a one-off.
Yeah.
And then we just became a part of that
of the
little
meet and
Congo
greet,
line.
yeah.
And it was like everyone was like, oh my God, y'all stuff was so funny. Been watching it for a while. Can we get a picture?
Yeah.
Like, of course. And then we just like, we're there for another 45 minutes. Taking pictures of them.
Me and Cameron were like, are we supposed to be doing this?
we felt like, not bad, but like, we were like, damn, like, are we taking some light right now? Like, are we should like end it. But then everyone just kept coming up. Like, can we get a picture? We were just like, it was sick. It was awesome.
How was that moment for y'all?
Dude, it was crazy.
Surreal.
We have a couple pictures. The best one caught by Levi. Shout out
to Levi JPEG.
Levi, fantastic. We like embraced each other afterwards because we had just finished it. We did it. No stuttering. We were so afraid. The worst thing we were afraid of was just like the fans not enjoying their
content,
time.
yeah.
Like we were to say a joke
we're
and
gonna
no one laughed.
We're gonna stay true to our stuff. Like we know it's funny. We know who we are. We're not gonna go and try to be somebody else. But like hopefully they will enjoy it. And they loved it. So like as soon as we got backstage, bro, we were just giddy. We were like, oh, that shit was lit, da-da-da. And then we like hugged each other, and Levi got this sick ass photo. And like we look like little 9-year-old kids, just like open a gift or something. We're just like, like it was dope.
And
But
now
it was
we get to do
fantastic.
Our own live show. We're
Yeah.
headlining in Dallas in May or June. Dates coming soon.
Yep.
That'd be
Nice.
fire.
That'd be
It's gonna be
fire.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that more nerve-wracking than any sporting game you've ever did?
1,000,000%. Like
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
it's just
even
like
close.
a different. And two, when you all shoot normally, like you can cut all that stuff.
You can
If
cut, we can
mess
edit
up
whatever.
or
Yeah, you can make it
whatever.
look
So
good on
you have to be like locked in down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
can mess up. How many times did y'all practice prior?
I was just about to say that too. So we probably went through the whole. So we had 30 minutes. We went through the whole set, probably around 10 times, but of like 4 or 5 of them we cut like 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, whatever. So like, but full going through it was like a solid like 4 or 5 times. And then we felt like we had that shit down to the T.
You did.
Well, I did. I was confident. He was like, wait, after this part, then there's a.
I was like, am I saying hello first or are you saying?
I was like, bro, we got this. And it's funny because even thinking we had it down to a T, we went out there and we completely forgot to say one joke. Like completely didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even realize it until afterwards, and we were like, bro, they still loved it. So whatever.
I
Like,
can't wait till our live show, bro.
Did y'all learn anything from when you were on that show?
Yeah, so when we went backstage right before Rory and Mal went up, we went up to him and then we were like, hey, they were like giving us like congratulations, that was good. And then we asked, is there anything like we could do better, like anything y'all saw? And then they were just basically giving us insight of like pacing and stuff like that, because we also only had 20 minutes, so we were trying to get through everything fast. And then so like we didn't really let a joke sit. We would just go to kind of like we do on the podcast. Yeah. Our podcast is so fast, so we kind of took that to live.
the same energy to live. And
But you gotta like if you gotta give the audience time to react and laugh and sit with. So that's what they gave us pointers on. But
it was dope though.
Yeah.
They're just throwing out little tips and tricks and stuff, and it was sick. And we were just like all ears and. It was dope.
Great dudes.
Do you still watch does he even still do the podcast, Joe Budden?
Yeah, he does.
He
I personally don't watch it, but I don't know.
Yep. I'm trying to think of the politically correct answer. Because I'm loyal to Rory and Mal.
Yeah,
Well, so that's why I was asking, because
he
he religiously watched the Joe Budden podcast. But as soon as all that went down and Rory and Mal left, he stopped watching it.
Yeah.
And he just watched Rory and Mal podcast. And I feel like that's the like kind of the direction a lot of people went.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't ever deny that Joe Budden's one of my biggest inspirations in media. Like him, Charlemagne, Stephen A. Smith,
Yeah.
Pierce Simpson. Like they're all like my biggest.
Shout out Pierce.
Shout out to Pierce for real. My biggest idols, and I can never, regardless of what happens or what he did or how any of that went, he's one of the reasons I'm in it. So
no, for sure, for sure. So y'all were talking about like pacing and how fast paced your podcast is. I was actually watching a few clips last night, like just laying in bed, and you said yesterday, like, because we were talking about like behind the scenes, like cutting and stuff, and you were like, cutting is so essential to like how y'all tell the joke, how it's like illustrated, portrayed to the audience.
yeah.
So like, how long did it take you to realize like when you were going through a clip or editing a clip to cut it how you do? Because I'm just, when I was watching this and I was like really paying attention, I was just like, damn, like,
Yeah.
you're like going crazy with
Yeah.
the cutting, zoom in, all that stuff.
So it's basically like learning audience retention and stuff, and it's just like a learn over time.
Yeah.
Learning from other creators, learning what works and what doesn't. So you gotta understand, like TikTok, a bunch of kids on there, right? Majority, and there's so much content on there. If they're not like wrapped in the first 2 seconds, they're leaving your video. So you start off with trying to get them there, and you got to keep them there. And that's why anytime we say a funny joke, pop zoom real quick. Yeah. I try to cut out as many breaths as possible because it's like, oh, like
No one wants to.
yeah, or I'll stutter or something because I stutter a lot. I got a problem. Make fun of me if you want. So I'll stutter and then I'll cut out those first little and then just make it seem normal, like just fast. Like the faster it can be, the better to me. And a lot of people aren't like that, but it's just for our style.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like it works. Like, you know, it's crucial.
And for you, you just got Final Cut, and now you're going to be coming on full time shortly. What is this whole content creation media side? How's that been for you?
Dude, it's sick. So it's something I never envisioned it until good old Uncle P like made it a reality, and we started doing everything. But I'm like, not to toot my horn, but pretty much like I'm a perfectionist. Like if I pick up a new hobby, it's like I want to be the best at that shit. Like I want to know the ins and outs and everything. So I'm really excited for that. Just putting in the hours, like learning everything. I've already done a couple Patreon vlogs, done a TikTok, learned right from him. So
yeah, he kind of saw like because he knows about it.
Yeah, I was there a lot of the times when he was editing, but like it was a foreign language to me.
I was
like,
just kind of like watching.
I was like, how do you even how do you click both those buttons? Like, how the hell do you click those at the same time while dragging this? So I was just like, shit.
And I was like, bro, you see that breath right there? You see that little wavelength? That shouldn't be there. And then you move
like
that up.
Wavelength, you're going to drag that bar, you're going to blade that, snap it out, but then you're going to rebring it back, revive it, summon it. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, who's playing a card game? Like,
I would say it looks a lot more complex than what it actually is.
For sure.
Yeah,
even,
for sure.
even after being, I probably have
yeah.
like 6 hours under my belt, and it already makes so much more sense. Like just like anything. Like imagine never having an iPhone and someone's just like,
Here you go.
and you're like, you're like, you feel like a Neanderthal until you understand what it is and what it's saying to you and how to interact with it. But no, I can't wait. And so now it's just time, put the hours in. So
because like the timeline will look crazy, and then I'm like, oh my god, but like.
Yeah,
it's just
if you know what you're looking at, what you got to do.
The only thing to editing is the hardest thing is just time, because it's really time consuming. I would say that's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And because I mean, at the end of the day, you're allowing yourself to be creative. So it's your art. You can do what you want to do,
and not rushing it too. Because I mean, like you can edit something and it's done, but then it's like, is it done?
I do that shit. I'll re-edit something 100 times. Like the day of the upload, like we'll have to upload at 9 a.m. I'll wake up at 6 and I'll be like, that shit sucks. And then I'll go back and like redo everything. But
he's already gotten onto me. So we were a couple days ago, we're sitting there just side by side. Like he's doing one TikTok, I'm doing another. And simply like getting the footage into Final Cut and then getting it in the order I need it in. He's like halfway done with his entire project. Zoom ins, everything, titles. And I'm like, yeah, he said that before this. And he just looks at me, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm working. He was like, I'm halfway done. He's like, how have you not even began to edit? And I was just like, shit, I don't know. I'm taking my time. And it's already like that, just like training wheels, just like super slow steps.
But that's the thing. I told Cam, like as soon as we bought Final Cut and put it on his computer, to give him 3 months, he'll be a better editor than I ever was. Just because how he is.
It's once for him, y'all did whatever time it was, and he was halfway done. But he already has his system.
Oh,
so
yeah,
your system is going
Everyone's
to be completely
workflows.
different for him.
Yeah,
I can tell you that right now.
'cause-
And he already has a system, and he already knows what he has
Exactly
to do
what to do,
make
yep.
it quick and go by and get it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same way for you once you
As soon as I
figure
get
out
it, yep.
something, but it's going to be probably the complete opposite of what he does.
Yeah,
Yep.
and don't show it because it'll piss me off. I'll be like, what are you doing?
He's already mad. Like the simple thing,
Dude, that-
on his Mac, he has it to where if you scroll right, it's going left. And I switched mine to the natural where if you
Yeah,
scroll left, it goes left with you. And he literally gets on. He was like, what the hell is that? He's already mad. Like after one swipe, he's like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
He's like almost through your laptop.
And then you don't pause it. You
Oh,
pause
yeah,
and
I
you drag
pause
it
and
over
then
to
but-
Command
yeah.
B. I'm just like, Command B it immediately. You're like, well,
Yeah.
it's got to be right there. Yeah, it's all right. We'll learn.
So
It's-
I'll get
it's a
there.
learning
I'll get
curve.
there.
Just don't do it
It's
around
fun
me.
though.
It is fun.
It's
It's
fun.
super fun. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I'm just going to be glued to it and be like, oh, I do have a wife. So Liv, where are you at? Yeah. So
No, I mean, you definitely get when you're editing a video and you're in your bag, you
Dude,
definitely
you're-
just get locked in.
Locked
and
in,
you learn
man.
from time.
State.
I've already experienced it. The flow state on editing is absolutely real.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like I was doing it for 15 minutes. It was an hour 20, and I was just like, how the heck? When did it become 6?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's great.
It's fun. I love editing. The only thing I don't like editing is podcasts. It's completely. It's so boring.
You got your hands full.
No doubt.
How much has for him getting Final Cut? How much has that helped you? Even though it hasn't been that long, how much has that taken taken away off your shoulders?
So we're doing a bunch of Patreon stuff now because we just started that a week and about to be 2 weeks ago. Patreon.com/You Should Know podcast.
Y'all go subscribe.
Oh,
It's not
for sure.
you want good content, not expensive content. Go subscribe.
Non-expensive, and you get a
It's
lot
gonna
of
be
it.
hilarious.
So we're really trying to hit that hard, do a bunch of vlogs. And so say this past week, how many vlogs did we shoot in 4 days?
This past week we did Game Night, Chronicles, Q&A. 5.
So 5 vlogs in 4 days, and we'll be able to get everything done, ready to put out in probably a week or so.
Yeah.
Now, if it was how it used
And
to be,
they're not just little
no, they're
2-3 minutes.
they're movies.
Yeah.
They're mini movies. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Um,
worth it. It's
so-
gonna be hilarious.
If it was before he started editing, we probably would have not shot that much because we know it would have been.
no, hey, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
done.
but so half the work is cut now. And we can do so much more. And he's
That's-
not even fully full time yet.
That's
And
what
so-
I'm saying. We gotta stop talking about this. It's getting me too happy. I'm just envisioning it. As soon here in a couple months, I'm telling you, it's just gonna be a whole different world. Just different opportunities for us. And again, it's not even because ooh, I'm full time now, but the simple fact of I have so much more time on my hands now.
Yep.
We can edit, like he just said, we can be done with it, and immediately now that we're done, let's go make something else. Let's go
Yeah.
find something else to get into.
Mm-hmm. Or
Let's
just
go set
walk.
this up. Let's just breathe.
Yeah, just go walk around. Because half the job, if coming up with ideas is story times, right? So
Yeah.
I'll just be Cam will call me in the middle of the day, be like, "Where you at?" And I'm always walking.
He's
somewhere.
I'm gonna park. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I just look around and try to find something to happen. I'll try to put myself in a situation where some crazy shit might happen, and now if we can do that together, the story's gonna be 10 times better. So
Yeah.
it's just up from here.
It's
Hopefully.
also good on the business side too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's still again, it's more time you have to
Mm-hmm.
cater towards doing what you got to do on the business side.
yeah.
How hard was that learning for you? Because we're getting to the point where that's the site that we have to start being on.
Mm-hmm.
So you just going into content, making content, and then bam, out of nowhere, you're just business now.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
To separate them.
Yeah.
It's something I tried to prepare myself as much as possible because even though money wasn't coming in at all, for the first 2-3 years or whatever, I always prepared myself for when it was gonna come. And so now I'm obviously not the best at negotiating deals. We all know. All right, relax. I fumble one bag. All right, but
Big bag.
huge
Santa's
bag.
bag. It was Santa Claus.
The biggest duffel that was
the biggest
created.
duffel it's ever been. No,
It's all right. We'll get more. But yeah, I've tried to prepare myself as best as possible, and the sponsorships we do have and the way we're managing the money now, I feel like we're pretty good at it. Obviously, it's a whole different stress because now I have to take care of myself, the company, and then bringing Cam on. I cannot wait because you're going to start taking care of financials because he went to school for business. Yeah. So
I won't fumble the bag. I'm just kidding.
No, we're calling Mark next time.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Speed dial his ass.
Yeah. Shout out to Prime.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I got a fan question for y'all. So, congrats on getting 1 million followers on TikTok. It's a big deal, and doing what we do, content creating. I don't think a lot of people understand all that goes behind it. But how do y'all get like those TikTok followers? How are you, helping grow your other platforms like YouTube, Instagram? Like, how are y'all? What do y'all have to do to have those fans go to be like on the long form content?
That's a great question.
Great question.
TikTok is the reason we have any really big, like this amount of subscribers we do on YouTube, because they go over. We have a link tree in the bio, and it's making the clips as good as possible, basically. Making sure the content's good, and then making sure once they go over to, say, YouTube or something, that content is even better to keep them there. Because some people will go check it out, and they'll be like, oh, the clip was better than the whole podcast. So,
it's kind of like an appetizer. It has to be so refined and, just perfect, to where that is such a funny minute and a half of their life. They're like, dude, their full length is 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I'm gonna go watch that. So if you kind of just, so TikTok's weird because you have the people that pride themselves on, they post 4 times a day, and one of them will just catch fire. Yeah. But then oftentimes you see retention rates of those accounts is nowhere near as high because it's just boom, caption, send it.
Yeah.
So it's if you, for us at least, and again, weird
everybody's
algorithm,
different.
Everyone's different, but for our stuff, if you pride yourself on quality over quantity, then that's the best for us, because then if you see something that's hilarious and amazing and funny and you love it so much and you relate with it, and all that in 90 seconds, and then you click on the thing and there's a link tree and it says full length episodes. Mm-hmm. Check out this YouTube. Here's our Instagrams. Check out this is us on whatever, everything. Yeah. It's, it's kind of like a gateway, inviting them well, here, you loved this so much for 90 seconds, so now here's 45 minutes of it. Same exact stuff.
Everything's very strategic to the point of what you see in the podcast, to the title of the podcast, to what we upload on Monday. So typically, I'm exposing something. My bad. So basically, the Monday TikTok is going to be typically the lead story for the full length, and that will go in with the title of the YouTube channel, or the YouTube video. So, the lead TikTok last week was, would you rather poop in a toilet during a party and clog it, or poop in the bushes? So we made sure the thumbnail of the YouTube video matched that TikTok, and then the title matched that, so it's all kind of intertwined, and they'll know.
They're both dropping 2 different platforms at 9 a.m. And then sometimes even further on in the week, the co-story or the second story, or the second leading thing on the full length would be Wednesday's upload. Mm-hmm. It's almost, sometimes it's kind of chronological. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when a whole new week of content is hitting, like you said, YouTube matches TikTok, both at 9 a.m., 2 separate platforms. And then often this one sends, they watch this and circle back around.
Yeah. And even to then this is kind of outside the question, but even to the point where in every shot you see on the podcast, you'll see some merch too. So that will get them to go over to the merch too, because you'll see a Gatorade Cucumber drink shirt behind me, and then you'll see a Chicken vs. Lion, and in the middle you see You Should Know shirts, and they'll be like, oh, I see those every episode. I want to go see that. And then they'll go, and hopefully that'll drive merch sales or whatever. And so you just try to intertwine everything as much as possible. Just as long as the content's good, everything will follow, basically.
Yeah. When did you learn that? Because you were on YouTube, mm-hmm. and then you kind of stopped YouTube, and then went straight to TikTok.
Yeah.
And then you went to TikTok back to YouTube.
That's a good. Y'all noticed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
noticed me so.
I don't know if you were in the picture during that time or not, or if that was your idea, or if that's something you got from somebody else. But how did you even?
I spend so much time alone and thinking, but it was basically season 1, which full interviews. I ran out of. short answer, I ran out of people to interview, right?
Yeah.
I ran out of shit to, like, I exhausted all my contacts.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to tell stories on, basically from the Squid Games video, once that popped off, I was like telling stories on TikTok and try to build an audience. It got to a point where I was like, I need people to want us, or me at the time, to post full length. So that, like, it got to a point where every video was getting 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, to the point half the comment section was like, where the hell is the full length to this thing? And so I was like, okay, we built enough people wanting a full length. Now I don't have to rely on people because they're there to watch me, and then when Cam got on, watch both of us. So it was basically like half of content is maneuvering and changing, and you got to always be able to pivot.
It changes every day.
Yeah. So if you're like dead set on something, it's going to be hard to stay afloat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was just
that's-
kind of like noticing the field and playing off that.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I like the most about our podcast as opposed to others, because like you said, if you have a very, very, very specific niche, how do you say the word?
Niche. All right.
I say niche.
I say niche. I say niche.
Okay. Okay. There you go. So we
You say
went.
what? Which one?
Niche.
Damn it.
3-2.
That's all right.
Yeah, we'll rock.
Let's rock with it.
So I'm talking cars,
Best
not
of
y'all.
five.
So, but if you're super telescoped in on one thing, like he said, you're eventually going to run the course of what, like, say your entire podcast is on basketball. What happens when NBA Finals end and there's nothing for 4 months?
Yep.
You're saying the same stuff. Your whole thing's about, I mean, cars. They keep coming out and stuff like that. But if you're super fine tuned, it's like you're eventually going to either have to recycle stuff, kind of just lower your quality because you're running out of stuff to talk or whatever. And that's why us just being two best friends talking about life, essentially stories, the random things that happen, random stuff that's happened to us in the past, things that keep happening. That's why the big thing, like we keep saying, me going full time, simply being able to spend more time with each other will even be better for us because now there's more opportunity for more things to present
Yeah,
themselves.
and we're still pivoting too, because like we're hot right now, right? Like we're being honest, like we can put out a podcast, we can talk about, you know, just being friends and like laughing and everything, but we got to be ready for when that day when people are like, okay, we've seen them laugh at each other for 50, 60 weeks now. So now, even though we don't have to, we're starting to add different segments into the podcast where we talk about stuff outside of ourselves and like give our takes on it. So now people might be like, okay, no, that's something I can relate to. Like I know about that story.
You get the news from them type
Exactly.
deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the vlogs are important too because
Yeah.
it's just a more personal side of y'all
Yes.
rather than like what's on the podcast.
Like the behind the scenes, because like a lot of people like fall on the journey. They're like seeing, you know, the extra maybe y'all off the camera. Like you're still on the camera, but it's just obviously a different element to it.
Yeah, we can be more real. Like it's not so refined. If you see us walking around, Cam put his hand in a candle the last vlog we filmed.
Dude,
like it's just like real.
You don't have to go off of a script, so to say.
Yeah.
It's just, a vlog's a free flow.
Yeah.
And you mentioned how like you were intertwining your TikTok and YouTube, but you have like 5 YouTube shorts. Are you gonna like post more? Like, what's your plan with that? Are
Yes. So we waited. We're about to hit that hard.
yeah.
Yeah, we intentionally waited
Okay.
because YouTube started a thing where they started doing 50-50 ad splits with YouTube Shorts to push people to compete with TikTok, basically.
Sorry to cut you off, but did you see Twitter's doing something as well now?
Yes, but I just
Really?
I've kind of given up on Twitter. Like I haven't
but-
really.
It's- bro, it's hard.
Twitter's weird.
Hard, bro.
It
Like,
was so, I want to say literally like,
It's like-
probably like 2-3 years ago. Twitter was like the face. Like
Yeah.
everyone was on Twitter. Everyone was posting on Twitter. Like it was going crazy. And now it's just like,
doing that to
just,
try
like,
to compete
die.
to stay alive.
Oh,
Yeah, but they don't have
100%.
like a system for creators, because it's not like a For You page
Yeah.
for like that's just videos, right?
it's
Just
like,
content
it's like
creators.
who you follow, but you're not going to get.
and then like retweets. And
Yeah, you
or
gotta
like,
get
yeah,
likes.
or like who the people you follow. That's
Yeah.
it. There's
Yeah.
never just like this thing has 40 million views. Now it's in front of your face.
Exactly.
Like there's no just like if this is hot, it's going to be seen. It's all about like who you follow.
Like we posted on my Twitter, I posted a TikTok that got 15 million views on Twitter, and it's like 500 retweets. Like it's just like
it's a weird. It's just
I took off of social media for a year, and when I came back to Twitter, it was
I admire you first off.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it in the field that we're in, but if you have the opportunity to do it, maybe not a year, but I would take a break.
we
It's
just
nice.
talked about
Like a
that.
month
did.
or
It's
anything.
nice
That's
because
what I'm saying. Like
I mean, obviously for us, luckily I had him and he was running it. But I mean, I don't know if y'all can do the same thing. But
We'll trade.
Yeah.
I'll go a month. You go.
But no, I highly recommend it. It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it. We said we want to go on walks in the summer and just leave our phones and like take a notebook and just like we don't have to read millions of comments. We don't have to worry. Like it just feels nice. Feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
It's like no phone.
Do you feel overwhelmed at times? Like, I guess when you see, I guess like just when you see like basically like the audience, like if you go to one of your TikToks, it'll have like 1.3 million views, and then you see like, I don't know, like 300K comments or whatever. Do you like read it, or do you even have time, or how's that work?
Whenever we first started popping off, I can't lie to you, I read every single comment to the point where my eyes hurt.
I had to tell him to get off his phone. I was like, dude, just set it down. Like you love them all. Set it down.
Yeah, but
he was just like,
now just like it's too much now because we got YouTube, TikTok, just Discord, Patreon comments. Like I would lose my mind. So I don't. I read comments just to see what the people are talking about, but I'll really read Discord because that's where our true fans are at, and Patreon. But it's just it was overwhelming to a point where like I was losing sleep, just obsessing over that. But I've tried to find a healthy balance now.
Also, sorry, like I said, cut you off. But to the other question, y'all plan on doing YouTube Shorts?
Yes. So now that we're doing 50-50 ads, YouTube's doing 50-50 ad splits with creators. Because basically, I mean, you would do it before, and maybe you'd get a lot of subscribers off it. But like, we're also running a company, so we need capital.
Things,
Yeah, and like y'all have so many clips like prior, you can just like go crazy over there.
That's another kind of like luxury that we were like, dude, let's just wait until they refine their algorithm. They put that out. Researched a little bit, waited a little longer. It's like official now, and then we were just like, dude, we have so many bullets in our gun, so to say. Like so many things that have already done 8 million on TikTok, 15 million on TikTok, 11 million on TikTok. So it's like
drag and drop.
Literally,
like,
you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't have TikTok. So like I said, I mean, I don't know how many other people in the world that don't have TikTok, but you're just getting more audience who didn't even see it on TikTok. Yeah. And people on TikTok are probably gonna watch it again anyways.
Yeah. That's another thing. We have like friends that do like they like help edit. They do like clips and stuff, and they even talk about people just like reposting TikToks. Like, have you ever done that? Like, posted a TikTok maybe before you got like to where you're at? Obviously, it probably doesn't relate to because you're doing it like in a specific order for like your podcast that you're dropping weekly. But have you ever thought about like on maybe some random day incorporating like a throwback like story or like something like that?
I've thought about it.
Say we talked about it I think twice now, but it's weird. It might be a pride thing, and I don't have any problem saying that. But we kind of like we just don't. Because it's one of those things. It's like if you skip work. Like you take a day off, like you play hooky or something, like, oh, it feels good. Like that was relaxing. Didn't have to work today. Yeah. But it's like you just opened up a door. Like you might get addicted to that. So we kind of don't want to, we don't even want to experience recycling it because even if we took a video that we know is hilarious, that it got a ton of engagement when we were at like 300,000 followers. Now that we're at 1.3, 1.4 million, we're like, dude, it could go ballistic. But like we don't even want to test the water, so to say, because it's just like
we don't want that crutch.
Like, we don't even want a plan B, so to say. Kind of like what Mark said. I'm sorry for bringing this up again, but about the house, he was like, "You made me sound crazy, Peyton." But Mark said that they oftentimes would get a house that was like more expensive than what they could afford, to where they had to go get out and make something happen.
Yeah,
and like that's a little extreme.
Is that true?
Yeah, with Mark.
Yeah. Okay, because one of my Final Few. I was playing Call of Duty with him, and we were talking about Mark Phillips, and he brought that up. He was like, Mark Phillips said he always got a house that they couldn't afford. He was like, I don't really believe that. They probably do pretty good.
No, but that he was more talking about at the beginning when they were making money. Now they're fine, but
they're doing well.
They're good. But no, like those are some of the most hardworking, like resilient dude. Like they get shit done.
Bro, just being there at DreamCon, like back with them was mental. Like
I was tired watching.
Yeah,
them.
it was unreal. Like it was unreal.
As soon as something happens, they're doing it.
Yeah,
dude, immediately.
It was. I mean, like even all the NBA, like the locker room videos.
Yeah,
dude, it's like published like an hour and a half
After the game.
How
So
do
it's
they
like
get
they are
act-
doing that
what am I-
immediately while someone else is already cooking it up, working. Like, that's crazy.
My
like,
thoughts was, how do they get access to a gym that late?
because of them.
Because I'm about to say,
Yeah.
because
But like, who?
They'll get a contact.
know somebody, yeah.
They'll get a contact, like they'll know the managers. Because obviously, if you have RDC in your gym, that's helping your gym. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, all right. And then I don't know if they pay for it, but I mean, they'll probably give them some money up front.
Something.
Yeah, be like,
Some
if you let us.
compensation.
Yeah, but yeah, those dudes are.
resilient.
And
like,
just going to their house and you see how like stuff set up, like they got like just like equipment on go ready
on deck.
It's like shit. It's very nice too.
How do y'all feel about like burnout? Because obviously, like, there's people, like, I'm pretty sure y'all keep up with like Twitch and stuff. Like Kai, like
Yes.
he's about to do like a subathon month where he's gonna stream
Yes.
for 30 days straight, like sleeping, cooking, doing whatever. And he even talked about when he's done with that, like he's gonna take a month to 2 month break
Right.
from content. And obviously, it's your income, so you don't want to take like a break from it. But how are y'all managing that? Especially since you said you've been on go 50,000 subs and climbing. Like,
Yeah.
how do y'all deal
I
with
mean, I'm
that?
tired, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just like the passion of doing it, but we have a goal to do something because right now we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like we have to do this how
While
we're
you're
doing
hot
it.
too, you
Yeah.
can't stop.
Yeah, and then like there's some contracts and stuff where we have to
Yeah.
keep doing it. But when we get to a point, we have a goal in mind. Once we get there and we're more relaxed, I want to take a break,
yeah.
or at least give some responsibility to people outside of us too, so we can just focus on making content. But
Yeah, and doing less of the hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of the people that I look up to, his name's Hex. At the time, he was just talking about esports, but I feel like it's for all content. But he was like, esports is a 24/7 job. Like if you're not doing it, there's somebody next door that is doing it and
Yes.
getting it done. And I feel like that's just the way content is in general. Like if you're not doing it, somebody
Someone next door.
is doing it and getting it done.
Yep.
So you just kind of have to always keep that in mind. And the society that we live in now is just such a want
Yeah.
society.
Instant gratification.
they'll forget
Yeah.
about you quick.
Very
quick.
boy,
They'll love you quick and forget about you quick.
Yeah.
boy, very quick.
Very
But that's like I think that's the beauty of how we said, like, we really kind of prided ourselves in like a structure. Like we're posting this day at this time, full length this day at this time, and like that's our schedule. So the fact that it's not, I mean, now that we have Patreon, like we added that, and we still have a schedule with that, but less structured, because that's, I mean, our whole entire goal of Patreon was to be less refined and just show you like genuine stuff.
Yeah, we put
But-
something on there already.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that, in my experience at least, I think that helps. He still has a lot, and he, like he said, he reads a lot and he's by himself a lot. So oftentimes like he might be chilling, but then just be like, well, let's see what these fans said, whatever. So like, but I think the fact that we do have that structure in place and that foundation like laid, so to say, it helps with not experiencing the burnout. Because imagine if like you're just like, damn, we haven't posted in 3 days. Like we got to make something right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, we know we're going to get this done on this day. We have this many hours to edit it. And it goes out then. And then once it goes out, we're good until the next time we shoot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the only time you feel that crunch and like that back against the wall is, and it's not bad because we strategically do it to where we have enough time to where it's not like we want to scratch our eyes out. Like we have enough time. But the only time that there's that like push comes to shove is after we shoot until it goes out. And that's just like, we know this chunk of time, this 48 to 72 hours, depending on when we do it, is when the work has to get done. And then essentially the next 3-4 days, like we're working the whole time, but this is done, you know? So that helps with burnout a lot. Because some people, like you said, dude, I mean, it'd be fun playing games every day, but like imagine literally waking up and it's like you have to play the game essentially 8 to 9 hours.
Shit.
And then when you're done, you have to edit it unless you're big enough to where you don't have to do it in-house. But
Yeah.
like people coming up, that's the thing. Like people
Yeah.
coming up in Twitch is like, God, props to you, because that, like, there's already some titans, and like
Yeah.
by all means keep grinding, but like, God, I just
It's
couldn't imagine it. I could not imagine.
So I'm big on the gaming side, and it's just gotten to the point where if you aren't getting plugged by somebody that's big.
Yeah, like
No matter how good you are,
Exactly.
Literally,
you're
'cause
not gonna make it.
our homie, like,
Yeah, one of our homies. Because I was just telling Alex last night. One of our homies, he's always been good at Call of Duty and Warzone, and he's always been like one of the best players. But when he would stream, he would only average like 15 viewers, 20 viewers. But he was still like doing crazy stuff, dropping numbers. He also didn't help himself because he wasn't posting content.
Yeah.
He would post TikToks, but they weren't like consistent, but he wouldn't post any YouTube videos. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's also like what else you have to do, especially like for Warzone, because he's specifically Warzone. You have to do that because like it's just how the dropping big games, finding out new meta guns and whatnot.
Exactly.
But he wasn't doing any of that. But now he's partnered on Twitch and he averages like 200 plus viewers a stream. But that's because he got hosted by two really big
like
people
already popping
that are like
games.
friends with him.
Yeah.
So they like hosted him and then they saw how good he
people kill
was
him,
and
I just saw
So,
the compounding.
yeah, it's hard.
No, but exactly. Especially, I'd say like 8 out of 10 of those people trying to come up, like they have like a 9 to 5 too. So it's like
Yeah,
I could not talk about burnout.
Yeah.
bro, it's
Working
tough.
working on the clock, and then the whole time you're thinking about the second I get home, I gotta eat, let my dog out, and then play for 7 hours straight.
Yeah.
Get 3 hours of sleep. Do that 5 times a week, and that's like you just said, that would be just Twitch. But it's like you're missing it if you're not editing stuff and not putting it in different like eggs in different baskets. Like you're not posting things to Twitter, you're not putting it on TikTok, you're not doing YouTube, and you're just relying on your Twitch stream. It's like you're kind of keeping yourself in that bubble. But at the same time, when the hell are you going to do everything else?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Do you know any of like streamer names?
I mean,
Do you know Swag?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what Swag used to do.
Yeah.
Like it was to the point where he was like go somewhere because when he was starting to get popping, he would go somewhere for whatever he had to do, but he would take his whole laptop with him and edit because he was like, I have to put out the video. Like I have to do it. And because like you said, you're making the content, but you still got to edit your own content because you aren't like there yet.
to hire somebody and
Yeah.
like y'all are even saying, you just want to keep what you're bringing in until it gets to a point to where, all right, you're either making enough to where it's like you expand it out and it's like it's not hurting you, or you just don't have the time because you're just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting there. It'll have to happen soon, but
Yesterday, you said you were gonna save a story for us. You have a drink on the table.
I was gonna talk about the Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I was
Say
looking
it,
forward-
say that.
I was looking
memory,
forward to that. Yeah.
Where's your, you threw it away.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
So yeah, we put out a video about cucumber Gatorade, and it being my favorite drink. And it got 15 million on TikTok, and then cucumber Gatorade became like a viral trend, right? So everybody like not to
Toot our own horn.
yeah, but like we made cucumber Gatorade hot. Like there's TikTok creators to this day that their whole account is based off of cucumber Gatorade after our video.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
I literally went to this like a store that I always get cucumber Gatorade from, sold out. Never happened. Who's buying that much cucumber Gatorade?
It's federal.
It just became a trend. And like to this day, like anytime we get stopped or I go out, like you saw yesterday, cucumber Gatorade, like
That's my favorite flavor. We're like,
yeah, it's 15 million views. We probably gave Gatorade's TikTok thousands of new followers or whatever. And so, I mean, we just kind of got into a thing. We didn't make that expecting anything. We didn't expect it to go viral, but we didn't expect like, oh, Gatorade owes us something. But like, you know how much companies would like pay for that kind of exposure and then want to keep a relationship after that kind of exposure? Because think how much we could do together.
Fifth, dude, I think it might be higher now too. It might be in like the 16 or something like that. But
Yeah,
like
see?
15 million sets of eyes just saw your product. Out of that 15 million, even if 1% went and bought it, like how much money did you just make off of one video that we made nothing on, had no intent behind it, and continue.
So basically, Gatorade reached out, and I was talking to them. First of all, let's do a DM. And this is no shade to Gatorade. Like I'll still work with Gatorade if they want to fix this, but for now, Prime. But so they reached out and they were like, "Hey, whoa, such a good video, whatever. Can we use the audio from the TikTok. And I said, use the audio. Like, first, that already kind of sounded weird, but also I'm starstruck because this is Gatorade. This is the biggest
grow up.
drinking
during games.
one of the biggest hydration companies in the world until Prime comes along. But could we use the audio? I was like, all right, yeah, sure. But then I was like, well, I should probably see, like, is there going to be any kind of exchange here, like monetary or like whatever?
Audience, something?
Yeah, something or whatever. And so they said for a commercial. So when they said that, I was like, oh shit, they're going to like put us on TV, like use the Cucumber Gatorade, because it's a viral, like a lot of people know about this. They ended up saying, no, what was it?
It was like, they said no, they were like, essentially, again, we'd still be open to it, whatever.
We'd still be open to it.
Essentially, they just like strong armed us. Like they just big dogged us.
They're like,
so
we're
to say.
Gatorade,
Like,
you're
we're
you.
Gatorade, you're you. Can we use it or not? Yeah. And then Peyton, a very professional like response, because we were actually with each other. We were sitting there like reading it, and I was like kind of starstruck too. But I was like, all right, let's just still be polite and whatnot. And he very professional, respectful. It was like, well, typically in the content creation field, when an exchange like this is made, there's some benefit for each side. Obviously, your benefit is you getting this, like that's why you reached out. But for us, is it monetarily? Are we getting tagged? Are you like, what are we gaining from this? Like, it'd be great to work with you. You are Gatorade. We are our podcast. It'd be fantastic. But like, what are we receiving from this?
So basically, they made a 10-second TikTok of somebody slamming a Gatorade bottle down, and they used 10 seconds of our audio.
Yeah, and it was like,
and it got like 10,000 views.
Yeah, we were like,
what are you doing?
We were like, that's all you could cook up at Gatorade? Like,
yeah, it's like you
that's
have
all you could cook up with your marketing team. Like,
but basically, I was thinking like, I'm not a master marketer, but I have common sense.
Yeah.
We could have done a commercial. At 15 million people, you can do a TV commercial with that. Companies pay.
Put you on the bottle.
Yeah.
That was another thing. I was like, put our face on a bottle. Like Cucumber Gatorade, limited time only.
Stupid.
YSK edition.
Yeah, like limited time only Cucumber Gatorade with our face on it. You know how many people would buy that?
I would have had it just sitting at the crib.
Oh, yeah.
Never touched it.
Or like a TV
bunker.
commercial with use the audio or use our faces and we'll like reenact it.
Just get your. Don't even put us on the thing. Just if you still want to use the audio, use the audio and get one of your Gatorade athletes or like something.
They did such a bad job because if you look at any other company that is getting viral, like our friend Tony Savici, he's this dude. He makes funny skits. He did the viral TikTok sound like Papa John's. My cars are better, my bitches are better, whatever. Yeah. And that went super viral. I
work harder, I sleep.
Yeah. Super viral sound. He got in a Papa John's commercial with Shaq like a month later.
Yeah.
And we're like,
and Gatorade took, I mean, quite literally, like it was like in a 9-second video with just an arm, like it wasn't even an athlete or something, just a random ass arm, smacking a Cucumber Gatorade on the ground with our voices in the back.
And I don't even know if they said it, like they used a good part of the audio. It was like so my weird. Dry heave laugh in the back. I was like, what are you doing?
We were very disappointed in their marketing team.
And so I was like, boom, they uploaded that, and then they unfollowed me after.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, are you nuts?
That's foul.
I was like, all right. And so I unfollowed them, and unfollowing means a lot
Prime.
to me. Hashtag Prime for right now. So shout out to JJ, Logan,
Prime.
everybody over there.
Yeah, cool.
We'll take a sponsorship.
Damn, I can't believe they unfollowed you. I mean, they just grabbed it and just.
That was the disrespectful part. Like what they did was already bad, but then they disrespected.
But then you slimed us, like real slithery. And that was like
damn.
It's crazy.
So now it's Prime game.
Yeah,
huh?
200 milligrams of caffeine, 0 sugar, 300 milligrams of electrolytes, and it's vegan.
And those hit you more than the Red Bull.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's crazy too because I mean, he was joking around like saying he fumbled a bag earlier. Then obviously you go through the Gatorade thing, so y'all growing so fast, but you're also experiencing stuff with these big corporations and you're learning, which is we always talk about like when you get to that point, like you kind of prepare yourself, but now you're actually getting in these real life situations, and like it's just y'all right now. Like y'all don't really have like a team. I don't know if you do, but you don't know, like have like a team of like lawyers or whatever to be like, hey, like read this and let us know if this sounds good to you or whatever, or people that can literally negotiate for you. So I know that's just like,
well, to the brands watching, we do have a top lawyer team. So if you try to pull anything, you will get sued. All right. We have top of the line lawyers, the ones that got OJ out.
Yeah.
Oh wow, y'all are safe. Yeah, y'all are safe.
But I guess for content and curation wise, who are y'all's? Obviously, y'all talked about Mark, but who are some of y'all's biggest inspirations or people y'all want to work with just in the future?
You want to go first or me?
I mean, dude, one of them, and it was kind of crazy. And we told him like it doesn't make sense in terms of like flowing, but dude, Vukum's shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it really was. And I know it's just, flipping timepieces and watch negotiations, but just like, even though that has nothing to do with like podcasting and like sit downs and stuff like that, but like he was hilarious. He randomly showed up on my For You page one day, and then just like every time I opened TikTok, it was Vukum, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I was just like watching. It was hilarious. So his shit was awesome. You can go. I'm thinking.
I mean, there's like, I don't have like a dream like person to be on the podcast or people like I really want to like work with. I mean, there's people that would be cool, but I just want to like my goal is like the people that I look up to or the people that I respect in content creating to like whenever we walk in a room, they're like, oh, y'all are funny. Like just to be respected by the people that we respect. Like when we went to DreamCon last year, we met Kai Cenat, we met all of AMP, we just everybody you can think of. And at the time we were a lot smaller, but they didn't know who we were. So like my goal is to like when we walk in these rooms, people are like, oh, y'all are whatever. Like at New Year's, there was everybody and their mom, every content creator was there, and some people were like, oh, I seen the TikTok, man, y'all are funny or whatever. And like Your Rage said he's seen it before, which was crazy. And yeah, so just people, that's it really. Just people that we respect. Hopefully they're fans of us too one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be fire.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, there's different podcasts out on TikTok that are funny and they have their own lane and it's stuff. And I would never say it's like weird. Like it's not like we study them. Like we don't draw inspiration from them, but that's not me knocking them by any means. But it's just like we respect them. We like their stuff, but it's like we just,
Yes.
It's like a hooper. Like you're a hooper. Like
We're coexisting.
I can say
Yeah.
he's fantastic. He can hoop, but it's like I'm not trying to bite his game and like add his moves to my bag.
It's hard to because it's the way y'all do it is that's y'all's personality. It's
Exactly.
y'all. You can't go and it's just like RDC and like Drewski.
Yeah.
Two different kinds of funnies, but they're both funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they coexist. No one doesn't take away from the other.
Yeah. No doubt.
Have you ever thought about doing a live show on Twitch or like even vlogging on Twitch or anything? Y'all thought about that?
We talked about that.
I was about to say we talked about that for it's like 4 months ago, 5 months ago. We kind of talked about it, but the reason, so essentially what kind of hindered that was our push for Patreon, because like we knew that we wanted to do Patreon a lot, and they're not the same thing, but it was like him in front of on Twitch or something, just in front of like answering stuff, as opposed to us being out doing like way more funnier it's like a Q&A. Like we have loyal fans, they love it, they'll sit through the whole thing, but it's like we were just kind of like, if we're gonna do this extra stuff and extra work, like let's make it worth it. Let's make it kind of more personal, more like funny, show more things than just what's up guys, we're back again kind of.
I can see us doing Twitch eventually, but like right now it's not really in our, like we got so much shit going on, but one day hopefully.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And then one last thing for me, the not you should know Cam and the not you should know Peyton.
Okay.
Who are y'all?
Oh shit, that's a hard question. You go first. I can't answer that.
All right, I am I'm a cool guy that's dude, ex-collegiate athlete, very I can talk to anybody about anything. If you see me, say what's up. But that happens a lot too. There's so many fans that end up DMing us like, hey, I just saw you in the Target. I was terrified to see. We say it every episode. We're like, please don't be afraid. Like we are as regular as can be. Like, just come say what's up. Like if you want to take a picture, we take the picture. If you want to say what's up, we'll say what's up. Mm-hmm. But I am a 24-year-old single. No. Married. I meant to say. Hey, no. Get him, Liv. It was a misspeak. Meant to say.
He's sweating.
Yeah,
he's
it's
old.
bad. Meant to say married. Meant to say, I don't know how the hell single came out. 24-year-old, married,
real
very
thoughts.
happily married man. Living here in Dallas. Experienced a couple other states from sports and stuff like that, but came back to the motherland. Have a full-time job. I won't say what it is, but we'll be done with that here in like 4 or 5 months, and then full-time you should know. Let's see. I'm gonna do. You have to follow my template. I'm gonna say a couple things like 21 questions type thing. Just answer them. Give
You
them
know
some.
my brain doesn't work.
I'm
I'll
gonna go. Let's see. Favorite color blue. Favorite music. Favorite color blue. Favorite music. I'm gonna go like rap and R&B, and then I'm gonna go food, and then we get into there. My favorite food. If I had to go out and eat, take me to a very bougie, but if I'm being honest, a Brazilian steakhouse. That's the best thing there is.
That is
Dog
good.
dad?
Huh?
Dog dad?
Dog dad to two.
Yeah.
Two little four-legged kiddos.
One of them's got bad legs.
One is Maximus Luca Kennedy, and one is Rubith Janelle Meredith Gray Kennedy. He's like, what
It's
the?
sick names.
Oh yeah, one has bad legs, one has a bad heart and bad brain, but it's all right. It's
Who has
kind
bad
of dog are
heart?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say.
no,
Damn,
so
my dog.
Ruby's a little Chewini. She kind of looks like Dobby the elf mixed with a kangaroo and a deer, but she's adorable, love her. And then Max is the new addition. He's a 4-month-old Aussie Shepherd. He's beautiful, very soft. His brain is like everywhere right now. But he's a puppy, so yeah, he's crazy. So that's me.
So the now single man.
Yeah, no,
good
really.
God, that was so bad, Liz. God.
He might text all of it. Hey, can y'all cut that real quick?
I'm like, hey, we got it.
I'm Peyton. I'm a 23-year-old single sweaty guy.
There you go.
But honestly, there's no difference for me and You Should Know. I literally put.
I'm gonna say that.
There's nothing that is on that podcast that like I'd share everything. Too much almost. So that's my whole life basically. I literally don't do anything but record and edit and talk to him. I'm a dog brother. Well, I was talking about Malcolm.
Brother.
Dog brother to Malcolm.
And uncle.
No,
To mine.
that's also true.
Yep.
To Malcolm Jerome the Dallasville Esquire Hardin III.
See,
That's
his
my
one
dog.
too. Yep.
He's like a 15-year-old lab, real old.
He's an immortal lab.
Yeah, he's immortal. He's gonna live forever. And that's it. I just do podcasts and sweat a lot. My favorite
Color?
My favorite color is red.
Music?
My favorite music, all of it.
Nope.
Especially
Nope. Bland answer.
How
Bland
do you tell me what I am?
Name me two indie songs.
What do you mean?
There you go. You don't like it enough.
Name me the capital of Uganda. You know what I mean?
didn't say I like Uganda or
you don't like Uganda?
I don't not like Uganda. Ooh. But no, I didn't say I like geography.
Okay,
You
well,
said you
that's
like
the
all
same
music.
thing. I didn't say I like indie music.
You said you like all music. So indie music is in all
Are you
music.
the police? Like, who are you?
I'm just trying to get a better answer out of you.
Okay, if I have indie music in my phone,
No, you don't.
it would
No,
take
you
time
don't.
for me to
God,
pull. Are
no,
you
don't.
nuts?
No, you don't. No, you
Where's
don't.
my phone?
Sitting on it.
No,
Right
you
there,
don't.
yeah.
Who
I'll
sits
put-
on their phone? Like what are we talking about already?
I've got tight
No, you
pockets.
don't. No. What?
Okay, sorry, we're
hell
taking
does
up
that
time.
mean,
Hold
tight
on.
pockets?
How do you find the damn? I'm shaking.
Oh yeah, you are, buddy.
Just don't talk real
Oh,
quick.
it's not popping up.
Genres.
What do you know?
1 second. Indie. Lord Huron. Strange Trails.
Hum that tune.
Couldn't.
And-
And my favorite food is beef.
Oh, that's
Beef.
true. No, he's a sick freak. Like
Beef in the morning,
dude,
beef
he
in the
eats
afternoon.
beef for breakfast, like ground beef, just like ground beef. It's sick.
Dude, my name's Cam. I cook peppers in the morning. Who are you?
You're sick.
Gordon Ramsay?
You're sick.
I
And
didn't
the
take a
big
culinary
surprise is
class.
the fucking best is fucking raw.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's us.
man.
Do you have anything for us before we hit this off?
Dude, no, it
Any
was
questions or anything?
fantastic.
Just want to say thank y'all
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you.
me
Great
back
guy.
on.
Yeah,
Having
of
my
course.
friend on. Y'all got
Yes.
a good thing going on. I complimented y'all yesterday. Y'all got a whole damn operation going back
Dude,
here.
yeah,
So y'all
for
are
real.
bound for
Shit is
success.
sick.
I'm gonna put this in the Discord. So Discord
Hell
family,
yeah.
if you're here this late, y'all know what emoji to drop in the comment section right now. Shout out to the Koala Club too if y'all want to join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/YouShouldKnowPod.
The top G hands.
Merch is YouShouldKnow.studios.com/shop. My Instagram is @PSH8. His Instagram is what?
What is it?
I don't give a shit. What is it?
Cam Kennedy 22. Cam Kennedy 22.
Favorite number 22?
22 and 3. But 22 definitely. 22 is my favorite number. When I got to college, couldn't do it, so
Get
I
a
did
load of
3
this
for a couple years.
2 favorite
And then ended
numbers.
up with 20 at Tech. It's long, but
My
22.
favorite number is 22. That's why I asked.
Deuce,
That
like
was my
Emmett.
number in high school, if that counts for any.
What the hell was that? Why'd you do that? You suck. No, but yeah, but no, this was dope.
Yeah, thank y'all guys.
Much
Yeah,
love,
yeah,
y'all.
this-
Yes,
This
for sure.
was fun. I mean, we could go and talk
Forever.
for
hours.
Yeah.
I know.
But they all got to come to an end sometime. But
Yeah, and-
thank y'all for coming on. It was, of
course.
It won't be the
Thank y'all for
last.
having
It'll
us.
be cool to like we said, had you on the first time,
Yes.
and then again. So just like continue to elevate, and
for
obviously
sure.
too, like just put on for not only like the 512, but we're both from Pflugerville.
Oh, you
All
from
Pflugerville.
Beeville too?
Yeah, we went to Pflugerville.
He ain't
All-
from Pflugerville.
All of us went to Pflugerville.
Shout out to Pflugerville.
Shout out to
Yeah, all of
us went to
all of us
Pflugerville.
went to Pflugerville.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
you're about to
actually-
get jumped.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Nah, it's
you know
okay.
what it
It's
is.
okay. It's okay. Nah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Pflugerville.
That's dope. Well, shit.
Yeah.
See,
And we'll be back in Austin in like June.
yes,
June,
for our
July?
live
Live
show.
show?
June or July.
Unconfirmed. I don't know. When's DreamCon?
Whenever DreamCon is
Something.
in Austin this year.
We
They
definitely
just sold
need
out
to-
quick,
We,
actually.
we need to go
They have-
this
do they
year.
have
No,
Two
you
or
need,
one?
you need to go.
They have one, but it's like 3
It's
days.
like 3 days.
Okay, so the tickets went on sale in December then?
Yeah, but they're doing
They're
another
doing
ticket
two,
drop.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
Okay,
first
yeah,
one.
okay, yeah.
No, if y'all can.
July 28th to 30th.
So
Okay.
so end of July.
Okay, yeah, and it's good because every content creator there is so cool, and like it's a great way to get
It's
like
just
these
great-
cameos and stuff. Like
Bro,
they'll
It's
if you bump into them, because this year's gonna be super big. But
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
last year was a huge jump from years prior, and then this year's a huge jump from last year. Like they're doing the damn thing.
I look forward to meeting Mark. He seems like a genuine dude.
Yes.
He's lit.
One of
Nah.
our other friends, Steve, he ran into him at the gym, and then he asked Steve if he got tickets. And he was like, "No, I couldn't because they sold out or whatever." And then I guess he got him in contact with somebody, and then he gave Steve tickets.
it's Mark.
Sick. That is Mark for real.
It's nice to do. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
But even outside
big.
of our live show, whatnot, when we go down there, we can all just
Yeah, we
you
just
know,
kick it on.
kick it,
Yeah,
do
I
something, hang
still
out.
need to make that video with him. So
Which
I
yeah,
might be ducking Austin for a while now. Why not go?
yeah, I need to make that batting cage video with him.
for real. That'd be oh
you'll
my God,
you'll
that'd be
probably get a
hilarious.
laugh out of that one.
That'd be
like a deer in
hilarious.
the headlights.
Put that on damn Patreon
Yeah,
for
that'd be
sure.
great.
You'd be sitting there. Hey, okay. Last thing. Somebody had
Very
said
good.
he looked like Elliot from Open Season, and I lost.
Thank you guys for the
It was so damn funny.
Thank you for coming to
It was
Opinionated
so-
Podcast. I
so
love you all.
funny.
Goodbye. That's fucked up.
It was so funny.
Oh! Nah, you're good. You're good. But that'll do it for another episode of Opinionated Off Topic. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all again for coming on to the podcast. It's super
y'all.
dope. Won't be the last. We'll keep doing these and running them up. So
Yeah.
Sure.
excited to see where y'all take.
It was
things.
fun.
Yeah, Discord fam, subscribe to the channel. Man.
Drop
We
that
got great
diamond.
shit
I don't know
going
if you
on.
said the emoji at the end of the. You said.
Oh, they know
they
it.
know.
They
They
know.
know.
Oh, yeah,
They
they
know.
know.
They
They know.
know the emoji.
They-
all right.
They're
all
locked
right, all
in.
right.
They're locked in.
Make sure y'all leave a
like it.
comment. What was your favorite part? What did you find interesting? Make sure you subscribe, show them love, like the video, everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic.
Alrighty. This will do it for another episode from your Opinionated Boys. We'll catch y'all guys next time. Peace.
Peace.